Welcome everyone to Kirby in the Forgotten Land. We're crossing a bridge.
Battle of the Big Bridge. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
The Battle of the Blizzard Bridge.
No,
This is a fun stage.
I'm not as familiar with Kirby music.
No, that was a Final Fantasy.
Oh,
Battle
well,
on the Big Bridge. Sorry.
I'm still not familiar with Final Fantasy.
Whoop.
I have a couple of games, but I barely even play them. And I forgot to cut this out.
I played a few here and there. You paused.
I forgot to cut this out.
It's alright. I just have a bit of my own.
I forgot to cut this out.
Clearly, having a sandwich break, I've got a bit of my own cake right here.
I got spaghetti. Yum.
It's a nice menu, though, by the way. Not, like genuinely. Kirby always did have some nice menu designs, eh?
There's always like little blurbs of like enemies, copy abilities, and bosses in the pause menu.
Yeah. The one thing this game doesn't have.
Well, the blurbs went to the figures.
Yeah, but also they didn't include the move sets with them, did it? We discussed that there's no like move list. The treasure roads will teach you perhaps extra moves that the ability, like the copy abilities can do if you remember those. Yeah, there's no traditional move list. Anyway, this is a very fun level, and when I'm saying this world has some secrets. If you can actually climb up that section there where you've just been, and you'll go on top of the bridge.
Oh, jeez, I forgot about that.
For a whole different route. It's not necessary. It's not necessary, but it's a callback to the fact that this bridge level is. Wait, just 1 second. Well, you can see we've got two copy abilities to choose from, so you can probably see where this is going. That this bridge is, in fact, our mini boss rush.
Yay.
Of just the 4 mini bosses this game has. But a mini boss rush, nevertheless.
There are a few things I want to say. First off, one, that maximum tomato in the beginning has been like a mission that has eluded me for a while in my first playthrough, up until I think I looked it up when I was like stumped beyond belief, and then I went on to like Tom Fox's stream and pointed that out. And that's when I learned that he does not like backseat gaming.
Tom Fox?
Yeah, the
sounds familiar. Oh, Tom Fawkes. Okay, I remember. Yeah. Yeah.
He and Proton John do like stuff together.
Yeah, I think most people are not gonna like backseating unless they ask for it and such in streams. It's alright.
Yeah, like I wasn't even sure because like I pointed out like, hey, did you know that there was a maximum tomato at the beginning of the battle bridge? And
man, mistake.
Yeah,
that's a traditional backseater.
That's when I like jumped into a stream. Like I saw like, hey, did you know that there was a sing back here? Like,
whoops.
So
yeah, no worries. I think I found it, but I didn't actually know about the secret that you could go on top. So the way a Kirby mini boss rush works, as you're seeing here, is that you'll face a bunch of mini bosses, and this is traditional for the Kirby series, as I'd said. But you'll face a bunch of mini bosses in a row. Sometimes all of them, although most of the time the games have more mini bosses, have too many mini bosses for you to fight them all. Not this game.
Adventure definitely has too many mini bosses.
I don't know if it's too many, but it has a lot. I mean, this game. Yeah, I will say the one thing about this game really has too few mini bosses. But then again, not a lot of abilities either, so it's alright. But yeah, have a whole mini boss rush. Then you'll usually want to get the ability of the mini boss you just defeated to complete a puzzle or a segment to get like the MacGuffin throughout the games.
I think in this case they give you the copy ability in the room, like this one. This has a tornado.
Well, that really that puts a damper on things.
Well,
Whoops.
I at least
Actually,
thought of
no. I
that.
think
Like,
I think Return to Dreamland actually did that as well when I played it recently. So maybe that's not a new streamline.
well, it's a good
um,
thing it's a good thing I opened that garage door because
yeah,
everything's reset.
yeah. But yeah,
Man.
using tornado to fly across the gap and blowing the fan, kind of similar to that one mouthful mode can blow fans too. But
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's wind.
tornado's great. I completed the true arena with tornado in the Return to Dreamland Deluxe recently. I tried doing it with
Oh,
like hammer or doing it solo, but I'm like, first of all, this is taking it too long, and secondly, I did that tradition. I did the tradition of like no, copyabilityless like true arenas because I got really good at Superstar Ultra when I was younger.
uh,
Yeah, everything good?
I'm just making sure everything's okie dokie.
But yeah, the
Sorry.
that bit with the maximum tomato, if you climb up that section, you'll then be taken to the top of the bridge where I mean, you might be. I don't know how the ability rooms work for like getting the Waddle Dees and stuff. I imagine they might also be different, but usually what happens is that you'll face tougher versions of the mini boss in most Kirby games, like tougher versions of the mini bosses or like a different set of mini bosses. But in this game, because spoilers, this game doesn't have like EX mini bosses, unfortunately.
I
So
mean, it does to an extent.
well, I think the mini bosses actually have like different like AI per like level and such. Like they'll start with different attacks, and it's not the fixed sequence like every time. Every time, maybe. But in this level, instead of like when you go up on the top of the bridge, you'll actually face two mini bosses at once. Like you'll face a mini boss duo. So like two Florinas, two wild edges, two wild bonkers, and all that.
Yeah, I think I see what you mean.
Yeah. So I don't know what they do for Frosty though, because we'll see Wild Frosty real
Oh,
soon. They do something a
like
little
in this
different.
game? In this
What?
game?
No, I mean for like
Uh,
the boss rush, because we faced so far we faced 3 out of the 4. So we faced Wild Edge, then we did Florina, we did Wild Bonkers. Once we get to Wild Frosty though, the last mini boss will be a little bit different for this level.
yeah. Yeah, and I just want to say that the Frosty boss fight on this bridge has given me the most grief because I think there's like a mission tied to it where you cannot get hit by Frosty like at all.
So yes, that's
And
similar to the regular bosses. But as you can see, 1 Wild Frosty, 2 Wild
two
Frosty,
wild Frosties.
twin Wild Frosties. So yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
like this is the main reason why I had like very hard time with that one mission because there are like Frosty boss fight. He like produces a bunch of projectiles. He
Yeah,
charges. He
a
does
lot
the
of
belly
nonsense,
flop,
right?
which
Yeah,
always catches me off guard.
yeah. It
And
can take
it's
some
just
doing.
painful.
It can take
Like
some doing. Yeah.
I had to do this bridge like multiple times just to get that mission done.
But yeah, this
You know?
the twin mini boss setup that's regular like on the top of the bridge, like with the secret boss mini boss rush. So I don't know what they do for Mr. Frosty there. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's just the same. Who knows? But we do at least get a cool reward after beating the twin Wild Frosties.
Yep. Oh,
Once they
actually,
eventually disappear.
there is one thing that I want to say. No, not say. I want to ask.
Yeah.
Cause like,
But
there's
here's
like
a reward. Copy ability scroll for Frosty Ice Print. I like that. I like that you get the the Mr. Frosty Ice ability after defeating the mini boss rush.
Okay, so it's not here, but there are points in the game where you can like find like ice blocks blocking a path, and you have to use fire ability. What I'm wondering is the hammer ability does does have fire on the mallet when you're charging up an attack.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that actually works on the ice blocks.
It might do, because that's how it's worked in other Kirby games. Because sometimes, yeah, in other Kirby games, I mentioned, I know at last part I went a whole thing about like puzzle design and, you know, copy ability placement and such, but admittedly, yeah, the modern games still do fun things, because they'll often give you a copy ability and like a puzzle where it's like, wait, hang on, don't I need fire or water here or something? Where it's like, no, you've got to use this like one of the moves of the of a different ability to like light the fuse or something like that. Like in Triple Deluxe, one of my favourites is like there are some fire blocks in like the lava level. In one of the lava levels, there are some fire blocks that you'll need to put out, but you've not been given any ice or anything like that, and they're like, it's a level where there are these water sort of bubbles you can swim in, and the trick is that you need a ninja ability, because that has a move where if you're swimming on the top of water, you'll actually do a water gun. I think that's one of my favourite sort of modern sort of Kirby sort of puzzles and all that.
Yeah.
How many times can I say sort of?
While Kirby's design has mostly like ground itself in like simplicity, it does bring way with some kind of complexity, with multiple uses for particular moves.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna have to go back into the bridge because mission and whatever. But first, I think I went back to the town because I wanted to like upgrade some moves.
Yeah.
I think one of them is like the ice power up, because I was thinking maybe I can get by the Frosty mini boss on the bridge if I use ice
with his own ability. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that,
but hey, all those Waddle Dees are coming into effect here. Waddle Dee Town is getting bigger and bigger by the moment.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I brought this up before or if I'm just like forget or misremembering stuff, but I remember that we talked about like whether or not you can grind out rare stones in the arena.
Yeah, I think you can. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that in this one because I think I was missing I was like one rare stone short for the upgrade, or for an upgrade.
Just do some treasure roads, bro.
Well, the thing is, dude, is that all the treasure roads are like locked up, you know, and I was on like a flow, like okay, so the next recording I want to record this one cutscene that plays when you go into a new world that you just unlocked, and I don't want it to like mess that up, so I have very few options. I had to grind out.
And so you did not use that ability at all.
Yeah.
Chakram instead. I didn't use Chakram much when I was the Chakram cut. I think actually Cutter in general might have been one of my least used abilities when I played the game. Actually, no, that's not true. It was until certain development, but yeah. Did you upgrade fire as well? Because you got a fire ability scroll.
I think I did. Yeah. But I just kind of cut that out.
Ooh, ominous. I can see the video like yeah. Also, I think we've seen now that I've been completely wrong where I said once you start getting ability scrolls, you get one every level afterwards. I think I've been completely wrong about that. It turns out, must have misremembered it. But here, yeah, really cool use of time crash once you actually got it off.
Yeah, and I had to do this again because I messed up at the beginning.
Yeah. Also, yeah, worth noting, it makes you. Oh no, it doesn't. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Or does it? No. I was gonna say does not make you invincible. I thought it did for a second, but
it
that's
makes
one thing.
Easy to dodge.
Yeah.
Like.
Makes it easy to kill things, but yeah, you're not invincible. So be careful about that.
There's actually one thing in platformers that I actually don't like is that in some, I don't know if all platformers do this, but in some platformers, when they have like the ability to slow down time, it's always like you slow down the world, but your player character is also like slowed down, so it kind of defeats the purpose of slowing down time.
Oh yeah, I think it just gives you more time to react instead of like. I think that might be the purpose of it in some games. Just say you can see something coming. It's not necessarily so you can speed past something.
Well,
whether that's cool or not, is up to the person.
That's not how I see it. No, like when I think of slowing down time, I'm thinking more on the lines of the player character is immune to like the time shenanigans, so like everything else is slower, but player character is not.
Normal. So are you saying you like that, or you prefer that, or you like that less?
I prefer that.
Oh yeah. Like, I understand that completely. I think I've thought that with some of them as well, but yeah.
And then there's like Sly Cooper Thievius Raccoonus, where I was playing like that game for like a solo let's play on my channel, and I had unlocked a slowdown mechanic for Sly, and
I should play the Sly series somehow. It looks fun, but I don't know how I'm going to play it and such.
Well, what I'm saying is like the slowdown mechanic, the slowdown ability, I think works when you're in combat. Like you can't like use it willy-nilly, which is something that you can do in the sequels. Like I know there's like something similar in like 2 or 3. I know for sure 3.
I want to if I can quickly interject, because we just one thing with that ice treasure there, I don't think I didn't bring up. It's not something I brought up, despite being in the ice world. But yeah, the ice ability, because you already skate, mitigates like slippery ice surfaces, so you won't slip on them in the ice ability. Forgot to mention that. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. But like a slide the slowdown mechanic in Sly Cooper Thievius Raccoonus is something that I can compare to like a counter. However, it doesn't feel like a counter. It doesn't feel like a counter because you have to like what I'm trying to say is that I don't understand the power at all. It doesn't really matter in the end because I barely even use it. Like most of the abilities in Thievius Raccoonus, I barely even use, aside from 1 or 2, like the roll, the dive one. Those ones I use.
This is one of the abilities you get for like finding all those clue bottles or whatever.
Yes. In each level, you get like clue bottles that you have to collect. They can range from 20 to like 40 or 30 in the level. But they're pretty.
Yeah, I think from memory, they're like they're bonuses that aren't necessary to use for anything.
Well, they're not necessary,
but they're nice rewards.
Like, you do, if you want like the best ending, you have to collect all the pages. So.
Well, yeah, you still need to do that, yeah.
Yeah, so if you want that, then that's fine. But like, I don't know. Just
briefly, so when we're recording this, the Wii U and 3DS eShops end purchases in actually just hours from now, really. So
at the time of this recording.
Yeah, so that means there's quite a few games that by the time this part comes out, sorry, you wanted that nice game that looks cool on the Wii U, didn't get the chance. You'll never get it again. No,
honestly, I'm not that really interested in like whatever games are on the Wii U at the moment.
Same with the 3DS though.
I got the games that I wanted to get. Same with 3DS. I got the ones that I wanted to get, and the ones that I don't have but want, I can like get like a physical copy of.
That's true. I think most of the stuff I've downloaded actually you could get a physical copy of. The big problem comes for like DLC though, because I bought while purchasing I bought Mario Golf for the 3DS, right? Because I heard it was really good and I like that kind of stuff. But my plan was to get a cheaper physical copy from a shop in our country called CEX. I could have had that. If I had gotten it earlier in the week, I could have had a cheaper physical copy, saved some space on my 3DS SD card, and I could. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, and yeah, that would have been fine and dandy. But instead, I downloaded the more expensive digital version because the DLC for that game you can't buy directly on the eShop. You have to have the game to buy the DLC. Which, I mean, that I know that sounds normal in some cases, but what I mean is, you can only buy the DLC through the game itself. You can't buy it separately on the eShop or anything.
You know, I have.
But I've got it now, so there we go.
I have Mario Golf World Tour on my 3DS as well, physical, and I haven't really thought about that.
Yeah, if you want that DLC, you've not got much time left.
There's not much I can do about it now because, you know, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, so whatever, you know. Right now, I'm just thinking like, I want to get like Robobot and Triple Deluxe at the
physical,
moment.
yeah. At least at least there's still a bunch of stuff you can get physical. I don't think it affects Kirby much, does it? There might be a few things like Wii U games could be a bit difficult to get if you want like Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, for instance. You might have some difficulty getting that.
There are some 3DS titles that are only downloadable that have deluxe editions of like there's like DDD Drums Deluxe.
Oh, that's true.
The Kirby Blowout Deluxe one.
Yeah. So there are a few Kirby digital games that this is going to affect.
You can still get those games by other means, like just not
really?
the non-deluxe versions.
Well, officially,
yeah.
Okay. So like the Blowout Blast, for instance, you won't be able to get anywhere once the purchases end.
Yeah, but you can still play it in the game that it came from.
Well, yeah, but it's a different experience, isn't it? It's like Blowout Blast is a completely built-up game, and it's basically we're losing Kirby's first real 3D adventure, if you think about it in a sense.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's I mean, there's Dream Course for Switch, and
that's the Switch though, and the Switch is alright at the minute.
But I'm thinking like Kirby has been like very thoughtful of the past. Like the developers at HAL are very thoughtful of previous games. Yeah. So I'm thinking like maybe they'll re-release
like
Drums.
Super Kirby Clash, like the RPG-esque one, right? With like Magolor and his gem apples. They did a deluxe version of that on the Switch, so that won't be completely lost. There might be some 3DS weirdness that you'll miss out on, but and then there's Kirby Fighters 2 as well.
I mean, I got WarioWare Gold, so I'm set.
Oh, I got that ages ago. You think I was gonna pass that up?
like I don't know, dude. There's like a lot of games that I missed out on 3DS because it was past its prime, and at the time I didn't really have a job or money to get anything. So it just passed me by.
Well, everyone, I hope I hope you've all got your Kirby purchases in before the end of the 3DS and Wii U.
I'll have mine eventually.
But that's it for this part. Have no regrets with any of that, and we'll see you next time for the boss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.